with you yet.
Well, who knows? Well, like, we had that show, the drag show, who's that drag right now? Oh, Priyanka?
Priyanka, yeah.
Yes.
On Drag Race. I'm not watching Drag Race right now.
Okay, I started rewatching it because I was so disappointed that Juice wasn't on it.
And Boa too, like that.
I'm not there yet. I'm on the third
Sorry,
episode.
Oh my god.
I didn't finish the end of the third episode.
I know already. I know.
Oh, we got someone already.
And I'm
Who is
pissed.
this? Madison!
I feel like it's Rick, number 1.
Who is this? Who has better vision than me?
Not me. I'm not wearing contacts.
Leanne. Leanne's one of our
Girl,
middle
be
swim.
cute about it.
Okay.
So
That actually got better.
2 viewers right now?
Pardon?
You have 2 viewers right now?
2 right now. 3.
Wait, don't do this.
I don't know who the other person is. I have the worst vision. I'm going for an eye test on Monday, 3 o'clock.
So acceptance of the aging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Fancy drinks today, ladies and gentlemen. Fancy drinks today. So today, we'll wait a few seconds. We got 5 people now. Who is that?
Dawn, Marion.
Hi, Dawn.
Hi.
Dawn bought from my Scentsy party.
Oh, you have Scentsy?
Oh, I had a Scentsy party.
Mm.
Did I not invite you?
No, you did.
Maybe I thought you wouldn't be into it.
I love Scentsy.
Me too. Yeah. Okay. I started to use the Scentsy like cleaner, like countertop cleaner.
Mm-hmm.
This shit's the fucking bomb.
Make sure
Gracious,
that's not good?
hey girl.
No. Who is it?
Richie Wood.
Hey. My oven that I could never clean for like a fucking million years. I sprayed it on there, used like a little one of those soft scrubber things. It's like fucking clean. I haven't been able to clean this thing for like 5 fucking years. So it's awesome. I can't see that far. Oh my god, why am I so blind?
Leanne.
She didn't say anything. She just popped up again.
Again.
Okay, so we have like 10 viewers right now.
here.
So we're just gonna start. So this is, you guys always know Veronica,
Hello.
who's like a little bit out of the view.
Sorry.
Get in here, girl.
Get your little butt in here.
It's because I have
Oh.
to sit this way.
Get your booty in here. Okay, and this is my friend Jayce.
Hey,
so
folks.
I'm gonna let Jayce give herself a little introduction so that you guys, yes, well,
All
they
right.
need to know who you are. They know
All right.
who we are. They're always here.
Welcome to the live.
Side note, just before she introduces herself,
You gotta talk.
every single time that we are on live and we get those like really slightly inappropriate comments and we're like, we kind of blush and look down and we're like, shit, do we say this out loud? Those are Jayce's
I'm that
comments.
girl. Yeah.
Jayce's comments.
Yeah.
Okay, so go for it. Say
All
who you
right.
are and what's happening.
Name yourself.
First, thanks for having me on your little show here and for all this food and for making the drinks and stuff. Like, this is awesome. I always like envy. I watch the show and I'm just like, I want to be there. And then I got this reach out today from you, and so thanks so much for inviting me.
I know, you were going to dodge it though, I know.
I was.
Because I talked to you
gonna
last
be-
night.
Yeah, I was gonna be. I didn't call her back or anything, right? So, but today she convinced me. So here I am. I'm Jayce Carver. What do I talk about? Like,
Hi, Heather.
Your things.
I have
Who
things
you
that
are,
like.
what you do, what's happening in your life.
So, Jayce Carver, I'm going to be 42 on Wednesday. I'm a trans woman, and I founded the first trans center in Canada, which is something that I'm really proud of. And Katie and I have known each other since grade school. So
Yeah, grade 2 and grade 4.
Yeah,
I'm older.
She was teaching me how to do makeup and stuff, and
Yeah.
she's worked with my agency a few times for special events, and it was great to like rekindle when you came back to town, right? So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know.
That's it.
That is,
That's
yeah.
it. That's all I do. It's all I am.
And super nice boobs.
Right? These are great. These are my best friends. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about your stuff.
So I'm going to talk about a little bit about the food that we did today. So I have been posting that I had a shit ton of tomatoes in my garden to the point that I really didn't know. Your mom's in.
I already have heartburn.
Dude, shut up. Okay, so I have so many tomatoes that I wasn't sure what to do with them. So the first thing that I did is I have those little tiny cherry tomatoes that come on like they look like a grape, kind of like vine. The little tiny cherry tomatoes.
Is it a grape tomato or
Heirloom?
is it a cherry tomato? I don't know.
Okay.
It's a
Heirloom?
grape cherry. No, they're little teeny
Your
tiny.
husband's on.
Hi, honey. Okay, so he's eating all the stuff at home. I left him all his stuff. Okay, so the first thing that I had done, and I had taken a picture, and it's on my Instagram. You guys will see that I did these little tiny cherry tomatoes like this. Okay. I roasted these with rosemary and oregano, also grown in my garden, and garlic cloves, which were from my mother-in-law's garden. But I do have garlic in my garden.
I was gonna say, why aren't you using your wild?
Because hers were so big and awesome, I had to use them. So what I did was I roasted those, and then I put olive oil on them. Hey, Katrina! So I did my little tiny baby cherry tomatoes like that. So this cheese, I found, what I did was, you guys love this, right?
I do, it's so
Okay.
She found it on the side of the road.
I got feta cheese, and I put a little olive oil, and I put a little bit of water with it, and I put it in the food processor. I just did that.
That you did. You were totally.
Because that's mine's a handheld one.
Big.
Yeah.
It's a very big one.
Handheld food processor.
It's huge it is.
Anyway.
Now we know why you're happy, Mike.
Oh my god.
Now we know why
oh
you're
my
happy,
god.
Mike.
Okay, so I took feta cheese with olive oil and water, and I put it in the food processor, and I made it really smooth, and then I put it in the refrigerator, and then I like scooped it out in balls.
Food thing.
It's always going in the wrong direction.
I love it. I love it.
At any rate, so I don't know. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Then I put the tomatoes on top. So rosemary, oregano, all from my garden.
I'll be honest, every time I watch your show, I always think that you actually paid someone to do this food for you. Like, I'm just like, Katie.
Sometimes we order it, but sometimes we just do it.
This is beautiful.
Do you know what? This is the one thing that bonded Mike and I together because we love to cook together. We'll just like...
It is a real like level of intimacy in a marriage to be able to cook with your partner and share this kitchen. Generally, I'm like, get the fuck... Oh, I'm on swearing now, right?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Have you met me?
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm. So I just, I don't like to share my kitchen, but I hear it's healthy for marriages.
And you know what? We'll pull open any cookbook and be like, never tried this before, let's do it.
And not fight.
No.
Wow, that's amazing.
But
I don't believe her.
If we decorate or put up like Christmas decorations or anything like that.
That's divorce worthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm like, what are you doing? Aren't you going to take that off first?
Nicole says, hey.
Hi, Nicole. We miss you. Okay. So the second thing I did with my tomatoes, which was like super fun, and I did this when my daughter Cheney was home, I did a bacon tomato jam. This is it, ladies.
Jam.
This is it. I don't know if you guys can see.
It was lovely
We've
too.
been mowing on it, so.
Oh my god, yeah. Clearly, I feel like this was the fan favorite. Plus, I put it on a
No,
brie.
I don't think so. But
No?
I really liked the brie. I really
Yeah,
did.
the brie was really good, but standalone both dishes were very, very good. It's just like they're just so
They're very different.
Based. Yeah, they're very different. So if you had either at the table. We're doing it all in one, but like definitely don't do both.
And this one's like kind of spicy.
That was very spicy.
So
Not like crazy spicy. But.
Yeah, I will post these things afterwards. So I did any tomatoes that I had. I just, except for the yellow tomatoes, I mixed my cherry tomatoes, my big boy tomatoes, my beef steak tomatoes.
Big boy tomato.
Yeah, that's what they're called, big boy. I was like, I need to buy this because it's funny. I love it.
Hi,
Yeah.
Denise.
Hi, Denise. This is my mom's caregiver.
Oh, wow.
So, what is your mom saying? I can't see it.
Thanks for the leftover brie. I didn't even know we left any brie.
Oh.
Like, did I not heat
It was a rough
some brie?
sleepover and a wake up. It was. I slept on the little tiny leather couch with Cleo.
Downstairs.
Super fun in my bathing suit. At any rate, so this one I did. I found this smoked paprika that I freaking love, and so I put that in there, and it's got the tomatoes. And it's got brown sugar. I mean, I will post the recipe after this, but it kind of has this like taste of like baked beans, right? Mike put it on his eggs. It's so delicious.
Yeah, it's super delicious. Like I
And
guess
it's got bacon. You put the bacon in. So you cook the bacon, you put it in the pan. So when the bacon's all cooked, you stew your tomatoes, you put like brown sugar, a little bit of white sugar. You put.
it's a big party.
It's like an
Garlic.
all-day process though. It's like something that you
There's
simmer.
garlic in there. There's onions.
Yeah, garlic, onion. It's no onion. No.
What are those little things? What's this?
That's the skin of the tomatoes.
Oh wow.
Oh no, it is onion. I lied to you. I made so many things in the last little while. So there is onion. You chopped up the onions.
Oh wild.
Fuck,
It looks
I
totally
know.
like an
My
onion.
God, it's a fucking onion. That was actually the only thing I didn't grow in my garden. I actually should try that.
Crystal says she's got a bunch of tomatoes she's got to put to use. Make some cheese balls, some cheesy balls, and put your tomatoes on.
Okay, so my other thing.
I love that we keep saying balls,
Yeah.
and that Katie keeps like
Yeah.
processing.
Processing all the
She's
balls.
processing all things, right?
Everybody
It's
process
great.
the balls. You have a lot.
You know, bringing me in person doesn't make me less inappropriate. I just want you to know, okay?
If you have a ton of tomatoes, I think I'm going to do a little IGTV video.
What
of
is
some-
IGTV? Like, I'm gonna act like an old lady right now.
Okay, so on Instagram, do you ever
Instagram?
where the
I
stories?
have an agency Instagram, but I don't. I think I might have a personal one, but I'm not using
Yeah,
it.
if you're not using it, then you wouldn't know.
So it's just like a little video that you can do, and it's kind of like a mini movie.
I watch your TikToks.
I love TikTok.
I know that you do. You know, kids are angry when grown-ups use TikTok, right?
Actually, no.
If they're angry when grown-ups use any platform.
Yeah.
My kids are in my videos. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's like so fun. I super love it. Hey,
Sorry,
Michelle.
you're talking
Michelle.
about-
It's Michelle.
We're talking about balls and process.
Michelle, we're down the street. You should walk over here.
Get over here, girl.
Yeah, you should walk down
I'll
here.
share my pasta.
Yeah.
I
So I
know.
will post the video about these tomatoes. I also took a ton of tomatoes and I boiled them for like 1 minute, took them out and put in ice
What is
cubes.
with the hand thing?
And then I'm a talker with my hands. I am. This is how I
Love it.
talk.
Love it.
I'm lively.
Wow.
At any rate,
Fabulous.
so I froze some tomatoes and then we still have more tomatoes in the garden. So I'm gonna do a sweet and savory jam next. Okay.
As she's planning, she's like, we got this tomato, we got this tomato, and then now she's complaining.
I know. We have a lot of
Plant it,
tomatoes.
it will grow.
Okay, so the drink that we are having,
Did you-
she's having a mocktail.
I'm in recovery, so I want you to know that and we're going to talk a little bit about like COVID and drinking, right? Because you're
I did, and I thought this was really important because she was a little stressed about coming on and not being drinking, but I think it's kind of hi Uncle Johnny. I think it's super important, especially in the time that we're in when everybody was so locked down and drinking so much more.
Yeah, I had just gotten out of rehab when COVID started, right? And it was and that isolation piece. It makes it hard for folks to stay sober. And what I noticed is that there were so many people that I would have never thought, had a drinking problem that have developed one during COVID, right? So I was a little worried about coming on the show because I know that you guys drink, but we've been friends for so long. I knew that I could be safe, right? And she gave me this like beautiful little mocktail out of what was it?
Okay, so yours has club soda.
Yeah.
And I muddled a pink grapefruit,
Which
and
is
then I put a
lovely.
little bit of rosemary that's from my garden. But for ours, I did, it's a white wine. You can use any sweet white wine, a Moscato, a Riesling, whatever you like. This one we used a Riesling.
Gewürztraminer?
Yeah, I can never say it, that's why I didn't say it. Okay, so we use this Riesling, and it's an Ontario wine. My husband picked this one out, so I use this one.
I just want to see what it is.
It's 3
She's gonna
ounces.
drink it out of the bottle. I know it. I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, hell no.
There's 3 ounces of white wine, 3 ounces of club soda, and 1 ounce of grapefruit vodka, and we use Wolfhead, of course.
I think you unknowingly got PELEE's new release of Lighthouse Riesling.
Yes, that is Mike. That he did tell me that, and I actually forgot.
But it says 2018. I just know that maybe he also follows them on Instagram because they did just promote it, so I don't know how new it is, but they're like, hey, Riesling.
Is that Sandra? Does that say Sandra?
It says Sylvia, my mother.
No.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I don't have that yet. Oh, you know what? The ones on here don't stay like
It's
the ones on there.
because yeah, it's
Oh,
like.
because you're the person. Got it.
This is so good.
I'll put that up.
Okay, so we're gonna veer off of food. We do have one more dish to talk about. Okay, I like you're talking about it, so we're gonna do it.
All right.
Okay, so actually, Jayce just told me something super interesting because I do have acid reflux, and she just told me that yellow tomatoes are less acidic.
Yes. So a lot of people have trouble with red sauces, and yellow tomatoes have less acid, so you could make a sauce out of yellow tomatoes and not have the same problems that you have with
I'm
red sauce.
super happy about this one.
And it's really good.
It's really good.
Beta
Oh my god, I haven't even tried it.
It was really good.
So I made.
Oh, yeah, it's super good.
Can you guys see? I messed mine up a little bit. So I made a rustic yellow tomato sauce, and it has like garlic. It's actually so simple. It's super simple, but you really have to cook the water off. So it's got white wine. It's got, but you have to cook it off.
Okay.
It's the sweetness.
Oh, yeah, the alcohol burns off.
It burns off, but you have to cook it off, and it's like a quarter cup of freaking white wine. At any rate,
All of a sudden, I'm just like grabbing everything off the table. Drinking it.
oh my god!
It doesn't work like
I
that.
put my friend in rehab.
It doesn't work like that, friends. It doesn't work like that.
Cheers. It's the yellow tomatoes just chopped up like really chunky. And then the garlic. And I did take a little picture on my stories of my Instagram, so if you guys check it out. It was super simple. It's probably the most simple thing. I mean, you don't even really need to pay attention to it.
Actually, she microwaved it like 3 minutes before we started the show.
I did. After I just heated it up in the microwave.
It was
And
so
then,
great.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yummy, yummy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Pasta is very good too. It's probably just what regular ass linguine.
No, I actually buy a gluten-free. This is no wheat. It's like quinoa.
Oh, well, it's not from the pasta house. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thicker.
It's like, but it's a linguine. But I bought it. It's just that's like made of corn and quinoa and stuff. It's no wheat.
Right.
It's gluten-free. Okay.
Are you gluten intolerant? Or is you
I don't know. I just prefer it.
Yeah.
I just like it. Unless it's like a real fresh pasta like my mother-in-law makes when she makes lasagna. I don't
I
want
didn't
to
know
hear
that
it.
Nick was Italian.
What?
Like, I didn't know he was Italian.
Yeah, Italian and French.
The Pure Dominica.
DPR Domenico?
Oh, I didn't know your last name. I just know, I thought he was Mrs. Wall.
Mrs. Wall.
Mike,
Just kidding.
I really hope you're watching. 'Cause
Just kidding.
That shit was funny. Okay, so let me see the thing. So we talked about my recipes. We talked about my drink. Can I tell you how my husband embarrassed me at the Zara's yesterday?
Do it.
So I wasn't paying attention when he was driving. And so we pull into the parking lot and there's 3 cars. And Mike is like straight up following this car. And I'm like, why the fuck is he following this guy through the parking lot? This is so weird. The guy's like cutting through the parking lot. So Mike is like tailgating him. And I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? I'm like, yeah. So the guy pulls into a spot and Mike pulls up right beside him and parks. And my window's down. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? So I'm leaning back. So my window's slightly down. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, this is so awkward. The guy's like driving gloves on. And you're like,
Driving gloves?
yeah.
Did
But apparently
this
he cut
happen in
Mike
1990?
off. He cut Mike off and I wasn't paying attention. He cut Mike off and then cut him off to pull into the Zers. And then Mike went into the Zers too. So then he pulled up just to be a weirdo. And I was like, this is so weird. He's literally looking right at me. I'm like, drive away.
My kid is red, so.
Oh my God, I almost died. So then he moves and parks somewhere else after we always argue about where to park. It's just a thing between us.
A forever argument.
Because he needs to park at the most stupid places.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, when I come to the grocery store, people know I'm coming. So every time I get here, there's the perfect parking spot. Without ease, there's always, it could be busy as hell, Christmas time, and they know Katie's coming. And
So they keep you a spot, right?
it's there. It's
Right.
always there. It's
Perfect.
just a thing. At any rate, so we get out and we're walking. We're almost at the entrance, and Mike's like, I look at Mike. Hey, Josie. I look at Mike, and I'm like, where's your mask? He's like, oh, I left it in the van. So he turns around and goes back. So I wait at the entrance for Mike. So I'm like looking at the flowers. I go in. And then all of a sudden I turn around and here's Mike walking in super close behind the fucking guy. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, we're not even going to the Zers. We're going to Winners.
Hilarious.
Which is where you got your other fines.
I did.
Look at that segue.
See? That,
Right?
look at,
This
that
is why
was
I'm here.
unknowingly,
This is
I
why I'm
did
here.
that segue. Look at, I'm a fucking pro.
Yeah.
At any rate, so I went. I do say that too much though. Any rate, and I do this all the time.
Well, it's because you're eating shit. We have lipstick on. I'm afraid my lips are down on my chin right now.
My friend Janelle pointed this out, said that I did this, and I was like, damn it. So I found this BH Cosmetics, which I actually thoroughly enjoy. Is this not closed correctly? No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't you
Oh,
feel
I
it
think
should
it
go?
was.
That's super weird. Maybe that's
Yeah,
why it's on sale. Or maybe this is the front and they just put the thing on.
Yeah.
Anyway, $12.99, a super fine see the makeup I'm wearing tonight? This is all from this palette right here and the other palette I'm about to show you.
Nice.
So $12.99 and it has all these bomb ass colors and there's a lot of them. So you guys can check it out. Look at this. Look at this palette. What? Love it. Love, love, love. Love this life. So I put on this one. I contoured with this one. I highlighted with this one. And I put on my eyes this one.
Let me see.
See, and you know what? It's funny because the names are Angel, shocking. Radiant, Mocha, Brownie Bite, like that one.
Brownie?
Brownie Bite.
Oh, brownie bite.
Yeah, so I like this palette. Sorry, I like it a lot. Like, it's magnetic and it's cheap. Like, and it's good makeup. And so
Yeah,
this
maybe
one,
I'm trying to sell it.
Do you still sell your own?
but like I do sell my own.
Yeah.
We will have. We're moving in that direction.
Alright.
Fucking A.
Hey Melissa, that's my cousin Melissa.
That's probably what happened is they probably produced it and then they were like, what the fuck is this? We gotta make another one, sell this to winners.
Yeah.
This one I found. I used to have this all the time, and I know Nick still carries it. I love this palette. I love it. It comes with a couple highlights, a blush, and 6 eyeshadows. So I do have.
Okay.
That was a thing.
I do have the blush on today, but this center color, I love it so much. These two,
Yeah.
those two are my favorite. I love this palette.
Especially as you're moving into fall, these colors are. Really
But $7.99.
For
$7.99. Go to Winners. Go to Winners and get this palette right now.
So
And
they
then
should
my
be endorsing your little show. Like, Winter should endorse you.
all those should be endorsing my show. Okay, because I call them out all the time, but today it was all about Winners. I did see my earrings, so yesterday I went with Mike. We found all these super
These are
fun,
cute.
super fun finds. Except I bought Keed and Cleo.
You don't remember your kids' names?
No, I call them
You've
by the
been
dog's
drinking
name.
all
No,
day.
all the time, all the time.
They're all Kukas? Yeah, that's gonna
No, because I call Keed. Like they all have their little names. They
Yeah.
have their own little names. Anyway, so Keed, I bought Keed and Cleo. I bought them these pajamas that are skulls, and they glow in the dark. But I got Keed a size too small, so Mike and Keed went back to the store, and then Keed's so cute. So he's like, "Mommy, I got the pajamas, the new size. Here, look, take them out." I'm like, "Why the fuck do I need to take them out?" So I take them out, and there's a little gold box inside with these pretty earrings because Mike knew I liked them.
Cute.
When we were at the store, we
So
only
you
saw
have a
them when we
good
were leaving.
husband.
Yeah.
I remember before I knew he was your husband, he was my mailman.
Oh, I
And
remember
I used
this.
to like sit on the porch with coffee every morning, wait for the mail because I thought he was so cute.
Jamie Smith. Jamie Smith
Yeah.
did this too. She's like, I know he's your husband, Katie, but you know, when I know he's coming, I make sure I look good.
After I found out he was your husband, I didn't stop sitting on my porch drinking coffee.
Kate, you know what, Kate? Call out my husband right now about that wood. Because I tell him every day he's going to come pick up that wood.
Oh,
I'm
you
telling
keep
him right now.
saying wood as well. And this is a good time for me.
He's going to pick up
I'm
the wood.
scared.
So here's my last find. Such a good deal. $20. I use these on my clients a lot. And they're just a good lash.
You didn't find it.
I didn't find it. My husband found it.
That's right.
And he came over and he's like, Katie, do you see these lashes? They're like $20. I thought this was a good deal. I'm like,
What
it is a good
husband
deal.
does that though? Like, I don't know.
He's so cute. He's super cute. I'm dying.
I think I've worn like falsies, like lashes
I
once.
put them on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that was like the only time, and I always just felt like I could just see them, like the entire time I was like, "Rrr."
It takes like a solid 10 minutes to really get used to the heaviness of them. Even for myself. But
Are you
like,
wearing falsies right now?
no, it's my, I do a couple coats of mascara.
Mm-hmm.
And then it kind of lifts them. And what my little secret is, I get in there and like lift. Get in there
I
and
know you've
lift.
done it to me before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It-
What do you think of that? I know you're probably not advertising other makeup, but that unique 4D. Have
What's
you
that?
used it?
The
It's
mascara?
It's mascara that has fibers built in it.
I've never used it.
Yeah.
And the only thing I've really loved, I've used a few of their products, and the only thing that I've really loved is their foundation. Their foundation's great.
They've got a few brushes too for
Their
applying their
lipstick
foundation.
is terrible. Terrible lipstick, Unique. Get it together. Who's this? Marie?
Marie.
Ah.
It's a new
fuck,
fan.
I can't see.
It's a new fan.
Mm-mm.
Marie
I probably
Perry.
know.
You want Perry?
Listen, I can't see that far, but hello.
Welcome.
Marie Perry.
Perry?
Perry, whatever the fuck.
Oh, hey,
I
girl.
don't say how français.
Okay, so I do want to take a second. Actually, I'm going to skip to my here.
Charmaine Heath said hello, ladies.
Oh, hey. Charmaine, I love that you're tuning in all the time. Okay, so I wanted to take a minute to acknowledge that Chadwick Boseman died.
I know.
My son can't even talk about it. Kale.
Aw.
Kale, as soon as he saw Black Panther, he loved it. He loved it. He loved this movie. All my kids loved this movie. It was such a moving experience for all of them. They all loved it. All three of my kids. So that you guys know, Cleo is my foster daughter, and she is Jamaican and part Saskatchewan. So anything that relates.
I want to be part
Saskatchewan, I know.
Part
You couldn't get any whiter. Like,
Yeah.
let's be real. So when we saw this movie, everyone loved this movie. They loved, I mean, everything about this movie was so, so good. So the fact that he has, what is she saying?
It's not just fucking.
He's
Okay, but
like
the
43.
No, he's not. But this is what I'm leading into.
Oh, okay.
So the fact that he has passed away on the anniversary of the March on Washington, which was 57 years ago, it's really mind-boggling that he played Jackie Robinson in a movie like 7 years ago. Jackie Robinson was a baseball player, and the significance about him is that on August 28th, it was his first meeting with the Brooklyn Dodgers president, Branch Rickey, in 1945, which led to the him signing into the baseball league, which broke the end of anyone of color playing in the baseball league. So it's super significant. It's really makes you think how the world is working, that this man who portrayed this other significant man died on this day, also on the same day, which is the anniversary of the March on Washington, which I think is just, it gives me tingles. Gives me tingles. There's a higher purpose working, I think. You know, it's super sad that he has passed, but I think...
And also super
in
sad
such a
that he
painful
had to
way.
delete a bunch of fucking Instagram posts because people were
dogging him earlier on in the year.
Weight loss, like
The
from
weight loss.
cancer.
Yeah,
And it was
Were
cancer.
they
And you know
assuming
what?
he was an addict or something like that?
No, they were just dogging him, just saying like terrible things. But I saw this thing on Red Table Talk, like their
Red Table
Instagram.
Talk.
Me too.
I love.
And they were like, listen, this is why you don't judge people by their appearance. You just don't do it. People are ugly enough with their personalities. You need to just ignore the fact that anything. Why? You look at him, you knew something was wrong. I hadn't seen those photos that he was so thin though, and I'm normally on top of that shit.
Yeah, I'll show you one just because.
Oh, I seen them now.
Yeah.
But then when it was happening, I had no idea, which is shocking.
Yeah, that he
But
did all that.
I just saw this little cartoon though where it was Stan Lee, and he had his arm around him, and he's like, "You're one of the good ones," and I don't want to cry.
Yeah, it's so sad.
It is so sad, and it's so sad for my son, because I know he loved him so much, and I just thought it was very significant, and that all three of these things happened on the same day.
Considering the times.
What is
too.
Katie saying?
Especially considering the times with what's going on
Yeah.
right now. And I feel weird, three white women on a show talking about Black Lives Matter, but at the same time, I think it's our duty as people who have privilege to make sure that the voices of the most marginalized are heard, right? Like, I think it's
My daughter is of color. I need to be dove into this.
100%, right? And we need to be making sure that we're elevating voices of people of color, and that we don't make this issue about us and how we feel about what's going on.
Right.
And
I
I
agree.
just posted something on Facebook the other day about 3 trans women that were.
I saw that shit.
Yeah, and I call shit out. Like that's
I
just.
actually thought that was lovely, and I would have loved to see that exhibition.
There's 3 trans women of color in the States that were all hurt by some.
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the statue one.
Oh no, the statue.
I didn't look at all your shit.
But so they were all assaulted, and the person who assaulted them is not going to be charged with anything, right? And being a trans person and knowing that this violence still happens every single day, and that we are judged often by the way we sound or the way we look, is bad enough. But what I know for sure is that trans women of color are even more disproportionately underserved and assaulted and have the highest murder rates of any other community. And at a time where we're seeing Black Lives Matter, I never want to distract from that issue and say, but trans lives too. Because I listen to this all lives matter bullshit that I hear people saying, and it just drives me nuts. Because you know what? Yes, all lives do matter, but we have to say Black Lives Matter because obviously other people think they don't. We have to say trans lives matter because society still thinks it's acceptable.
But I said this on one of my other
So I hate
shows.
all lives matter.
Yeah, but
I
it
don't
is
even
great.
talk
But
about
like
it. It's not a fact.
in a poor situation, when you're looking in those poor parts of the cities, every city, every whatever, everyone in that, regardless of what their nationality is, they're all treated poorly. Because
There's a systemic issue. Poverty, even in our city in Windsor,
But like anywhere,
You
like
know-
why don't you just? People just need to be kinder to one another. Period.
I had a person, and obviously I can't talk too much about like work or anything right now, but I had some. I had a person. You know, I started a new addictions program, but I had some people ask me how we keep the rest of our clientele safe from the addicts. And I thought, well, you know, addicts are not harmful people,
Yeah.
right? We're people with a mental health concern, right? And it's a legitimate disease, and that kind of bias is what our society is the way our society still operates, right?
Mhm.
So I'm a recovering addict, right? I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic. I pose no harm to anybody. I'm a productive member of society, and I know we went from Black Lives Matter to this other issue, but
Right.
it's all about creating these assumptions based on an experience you've never even had, right?
Yeah.
And it, to me, it's just maddening because just because I've done.
I don't understand it. It's very difficult for me to understand hard addictions that clearly take you away from certain family members without assaulting anyone right now. I'm just saying. I don't understand. I don't understand. My kids, and for me, nothing would take me away from them.
I understand that, but I was on the other end, right? So maybe that's something I can help you understand.
Right.
So on the other end of it, it's not even the.
I mean, my mind says I get it,
but you don't.
I don't.
It's not even. It's not the substance. It's for me. It was based on early childhood trauma. This feeling that I didn't have value, what I would have been told my entire life, and then living a certain way as a male. For me, living as a male when I knew that I was female in a society that I knew wouldn't accept me. So there was a lot of all mixed together, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it was just looking in the mirror and not being able to make any kind of. I'm all teary.
Aww.
I love you.
I love you too. Any sense of what I was seeing, right? And knowing that what happens to women like me who dare to be, right? Who just dare to be.
Dare to be. Fuck them.
And so I know I am daring to be, girl.
You know.
I ended up daring to be.
You know.
But for
you
so
do.
long I couldn't dare to be. And the only way that I could seek any comfort, and it was just like an accident, right? Like I had tried a substance, and next thing you know, it felt like it was every answer, right?
I get that.
And then as your life starts to spiral out of control and you become less and less of yourself, the guilt and shame is so big that you don't know how to even manage that guilt and shame without picking up that substance again. And it becomes such a vicious cycle.
Right.
What is amazing for people to know is that once you actually do the work and invest in yourself and put down the substance, that what you see on the other side is so much better, right? Like, not only can I look in the mirror, but I have no guilt and shame over the things I did.
Out of all the time that I've known you, honest to God, you just look great.
Thank you.
It's like significantly different.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I got sober before, you know that. I got sober before, but I was still very unhappy, right? Very, very, very unhappy. This time's different. You know, I found myself.
I feel like this time is different. You seem like a very different.
Thank you.
That's nice.
I don't know how we ended up in all those areas, but I think it's important to talk about those things. You know? I can't be on a show without making it kind of political.
We do have a dessert.
Yum.
Who did we miss?
How many people did we lose talking about that?
Catherine Bell. This is Cleo's aunt from Saskatchewan watching right now.
Cleo's aunt.
Can you reach this, you think?
You want me to get it?
Yeah. So we did, for our dessert, we got a local business called the Cookie Bar. Oh, I know the lighting and everything.
When she told me about this, like I was like, what? They're around the corner from my house?
Super cute. Veronica's gonna open it up and then maybe we'll move some of this shit and put the... Here, we'll put it up here.
Get the hell out. We just put all that in the box.
I know! Get it out!
I'm so glad I came.
I know. Super cute. We're ready for it. We're ready.
It's like, I don't know.
I'll just do this.
Here it is.
So cute.
Why
So
are they
cute.
doing it with grapes and stuff?
They gotta make it like semi-healthy, right? Okay.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, they have to have color too.
What?
Color. Otherwise it'd be brown.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. What's this one?
I know.
We should have had her make us a...
That's a PB&J something.
Raspberry.
It's gotta be. I want this thing with caramel all over
We're
it.
running out of Clueless cupcakes on Lincoln and Wyandotte.
They also, like, they make these, like, individual cookies. Like, they made this one that had
Cookie
Lucky
Bar
Charms.
cookie.
all over the top of it, and then they made a salted caramel one that I had, and it was phenomenal. And I will say that the guy that bakes these cookies is a freaking smoke show. I'm sorry, I know you're married and I know you have a kid, but he's a freaking smoke show.
Really?
So go on
Well,
by.
cheers to you.
She's not going to see this all the way anyway, so. Oh, yeah?
I told them to watch.
That's fantastic. They were both actually just outside when I was driving by, because I live across the street, and him and the owner of Clueless Cupcakes were outside, and I was just talking to them, so I did not know. Thanks.
Oh, that's hilarious. What's this one? Okay.
This is salted caramel.
So I recently watched this show called Unorthodox on Netflix.
Love it. Love it.
Me too.
Yeah.
How bizarre their life is.
Hasidic Jews, right? Yeah.
So is born and raised in New York. It's a young girl. Her name is Etsy. She's, how do you pronounce it? Hasidic Jews community, and she struggles.
Which are in New York, in
huge.
Westboro. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very large population.
Huge. And so like, it's about this girl, and she's like 17 or 18 getting married, and she's married for a year, and you're expected to get pregnant on your wedding night.
Like right away.
Immediately. And it's so boggling. Who's this that just turned in? Still Kate. Okay, Kate, I feel like you're the person who should be watching this Unorthodox on Netflix.
Ooh, that's
and then she needs to converse with us. I was boggled but obsessed with their life because they're
Why do you
not.
keep looking at my boobs? Can I just ask you that question?
Actually, I keep looking at this tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, it's this braid. That,
Okay, let's get rid of it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm used to you gotta name them sometimes. It's so bizarre. They can have cell phones, but they can't have smartphones.
And only certain people are allowed to have cell phones.
Right.
Yeah.
And women are not allowed to like do any kind of music or like anything. They're not allowed to fucking do anything except for have babies.
If you're a Hasidic Jew and you leave your husband for any reason, the husband gets to keep the children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or they hunt you down and they get that kid back.
Yeah.
I am boggled by this. I am boggled. You need to watch this.
It is so good.
You will be freaked out.
I'm watching the one where they go on like a beach vacation and the parents crash and then they analyze the relationship and they see a lot of what's
What is it called?
on. The Beach House or some fucking
not
thing
seen
on
that.
Netflix.
Really?
So it's a British show. And there's a double mirror and like there's all kinds of couples. Most of them are very attractive though. And the one that was like the last one was a guy that had like a huge dick and that was his thing. Is that he had a huge dick, so he was an Instagram model. Yeah, he was an Instagram model, and that was his pay. And so one of the fights was that he was doing side business, and she got mad. And I'm like, motherfucker, like if you know that's your man, of course he's making money. How do you think it pays for half the stuff that you probably live for? So it's just a weird, like it seemed a little staged. But
so what is this called again? Tell me one more
I
time.
think it's called The Beach House. I don't freaking know. It's one of the new releases. So I'm like halfway, and then they confront the couples, and then the other parents come, or the other whatever. Friend comes and then they all have to talk about how they feel about the relationship and watch the video back. It's like the cluster.
Oh, I'm gonna watch this then. Okay.
Oh, British shows.
But
they're always the best, though, right?
Yeah,
and
they're
every
the best
American
reality
shows.
always.
Yes, the Australian shows.
They
I
always
love
just
them.
copy, right? So
I love the Australian shows too.
I think we should say that we're not speaking badly of Orthodox Jews.
No.
We should say that right up front because
they actually loved each other. He did love her.
Yeah.
And
she
escaped. She didn't even know that she didn't know these things. She went out and moved to Berlin, and she was like, how do I not know any of these things? How do I not know the internet? I love the one part though. I'm sorry, I'm not ruining anything. Where
Sounds like
the husband is like, that's the internet? You have the internet? Like it's working? And the cousin's like, yeah. He's like, then ask the internet. Ask them a question. He's like,
ask her where's my wife.
He grabs someone. He's like, where is my wife? Internet. It's like so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was very cute.
You know that the founding of it, the Hasidic Jews in New York was based. They were almost all survivors of the Holocaust.
Yeah.
And so it was all trauma based, right? So they created this like bubble of a community based on the fact that they
to repopulate what was killed during the Holocaust,
and also because they were also traumatized that they wanted to shelter that community from any more potential trauma, right? It's a trauma. It's a trauma thing, right? So I thought that was really interesting. And they did a lot of teaching as they showed the making of
I know,
so
yeah.
that you get to learn so much. And almost everybody who did the show already knew how to speak Yiddish, which is an old language, and also was from that community, right?
And
so
I
that's
really
pretty cool.
like the fact that the girl who's the lead actress is so different.
This is
I know.
a drama? This isn't a documentary?
No,
It's
it's
not
a drama.
documentary. And is it really? There's like yes, there's a drama, but like there's parts of it that are just like make me fucking pee laugh.
It's very cute. It's very.
Because it's not like they aren't exposed to people that have converted, just like Amish people, so they know about the outside society.
No, they don't know. They're not allowed to leave, and they're not allowed to leave on certain days. They're not allowed to leave
there are
the
people
building.
that have converted, so you would have.
No, the ones who have escaped and left, they know. But she's like 19 years old. Her whole life, and her mother left, and her grandparents raised
I'm sure
her.
there's people that are in the dark, just like there are people that
But
are
just
in
think
the dark
about
in
that.
America.
But the majority of the women aren't. They're left in the dark.
Yeah, but you know, many of the Hasidic Jews have their own businesses and they serve the greater population.
Yeah, of
so
course.
they're still
you're
exposed to the greater
insulated,
Yeah,
100%.
right? Yeah,
It still doesn't mean that a big conversation wouldn't happen, like this person and this is whatever. Whether they choose to believe it or not.
I'm gonna ghettoly use this fork.
I know, I'm trying to like do this to like
to get more of that.
Okay.
Great.
So my other thing is, I don't know how many of you guys watch Glow Up. All my students watch it. It's a makeup show. And Dan McDonald, if you are watching, please pay attention. Oh my God. The first portion of Glow Up from Netflix is that makeup show.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Oh, fuck. I was not interested. I was insulted. I forced myself to watch the first season. And I was like, God damn, the hygienic ability of these people is disgusting. Like, we're not doing anything. I don't know. I watched the second season. It's a million times better. I mean, like, Mario's on it. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Like, it's like, they literally went from 0 to 100 in just 2 seasons.
Maybe somebody bought into it.
Oh, fuck. Somebody did something because it's way better. And the host quit saying ding dong so much. I think she realized how much she says the word ding dong. So when people get things like perfect, she's like, ding dong! Ding dong! And like she said it, oh my God, she said it so much in the first season. She maybe said it like 5 times this season. Which was, she was like, yeah. But the artists were so much better this season. It was just better. So that's Glow Up too. If you guys want to check that one out, that's super fun.
So watch that one. I watched on your Prime Video that entire like Wow series of when the girls go on tour from Drag Race.
Oh, I didn't
Oh,
see
cool.
that.
Yeah, it's almost a profile of each and every one that's on tour. So I'm like now that I'm blanking on everybody's name, but everybody from like the last few seasons of Drag Race, and then obviously what's her freaking
Really?
Vanjie's on there.
Vanjie.
Yeah.
I'm so over that.
Vanjie.
Yeah.
But the Canada's Drag Race killed it with the last few. They totally exited way better. I feel like Canada's Drag Race at least represents the drama and the performance. Points of Canada shows that we're better entertainers.
Yeah.
Really.
Well, I knew a few of the queens that are on.
Like Boa.
Boa and Juice Box and Priyanka,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I've announced that some of the shows that they've done here locally, like.
I love Priyanka
Which-
so much.
right?
She was saying today they were giving away free tickets at 3 o'clock, and Mel tagged me just before I saw it, and I was like, God damn, what is wrong with my notifications on Facebook? I was so mad.
I was pretty split, like in the beginning, between Juice Box and Boa, like those. And I know I've met Priyanka before, but like those were like 2 people who I knew better, who I was just kind of rooting for.
Windsor.
I know.
And both out. That was really disheartening, but
It was. I couldn't even watch it after when she got her
Who, Juice Box?
she's
Yeah, I was a
first.
little bit sass. I was sad. It was just so sad.
I was really
It'll
surprised.
get way worse when you get to the point that we're at, because you're all caught up.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
no.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm all caught up, and I'm like, this is fucking rigged at this point because people have left, and I'm like, how, like in a dream
All right.
state. The top 3 is the top 3, the way the top 3 is okay to be, but
Did you guys see that?
somebody should have been in the top 3.
Chi Devane from one of the American seasons has passed away.
What?
Yeah, she's like only like 30-something years old. Yeah. So she
Literally-
passed away recently.
This is my my COVID story is that Drag Race when I started, because I never really watched it. I didn't have a television, so I got a television luckily.
You didn't have a television?
Yeah,
How did
just
you
before,
live?
I had my laptop.
Oh, okay.
So
that makes
yeah.
sense, yeah.
But I just didn't have like Crave and all this that had all those shows. So then I finally got into it. Now like Drag Race is like my happy place where it's like I put it on and I immediately feel better.
It's just fun.
It's just fun.
It is a good time.
It's always heartwarming.
A lot of people like make mistakes between like what's a trans woman and what's a drag queen, right? And a drag queen is a performer, and this is not a performance. This is my real life, right?
Yeah.
So it's very
well,
very
except for
different.
the one girl on the.
There's been some drag queens that are also trans women,
and then they for some reason have issue with that, which I noticed.
Which actually the history of drag.
I have a student that is a drag queen girl, Robin, right? Robin, right? Robin,
You're not about to out somebody on a show though. Right?
No, I think that's her drag.
Her drag.
name.
Okay.
Robin.
Now you're about to out them as trans as well. I'm like, you can't do that. Yeah. So the history of drag is was trans women, right? It used to be illegal to impersonate a woman.
Yeah.
And so trans
I'm a
women.
drama background, so I know.
So you know about that? Yeah. So drama.
Excellent.
Yeah.
In Shakespearean time, women were not allowed to perform in theater. It was only men, and they betrayed all the women.
Yeah,
betrayed all the women.
But
Shakespearean times in the theater.
even the modern day Pride movement.
When women
Marsha P.
couldn't have a
Johnson,
role.
right? She was a trans woman of color who threw the first brick at the officers in New York at Stonewall. This is interesting. That's exactly how I thought you should pick it up.
I'm ready to.
Now it looks like you have spooge all over your booth. No comment, actually. I'm going to keep it a little cleaner just in case anybody that I work with is watching.
Okay, so another thing that I did scoop up is I read this book called Hurry Home. I did, and I do read. But I read this book, Hurry Home. I kind of like books sometimes that are just take you away from nonsense for a little bit. But I'm all about the self-help books and all these other books. Sometimes I just need a nonsense read. It was one of the top sellers. It's called Hurry Home. I forgot the fucking book at home. So hurry home and go get it.
Did someone say that for real?
I bought it at Shoppers Drug Mart. It was like that. And it's so good. And
It
it's
was an impulse buy, right?
No, I was kind of looking at the books, and I was like,
Everybody
I want a
always
book.
looks at that stuff.
I just want something to read.
Well.
And so I grabbed it, and it's about this girl that lives like in Colorado, and she has this like mysterious past, and she hasn't seen her sister in so many years, and her sister shows up on her front door pregnant. It's like this whole thing. So it's like this whole like weird twisty kind of thing. So I enjoy
We're
it.
talking about a book right now.
I know. You know, I'm that girl that joins book clubs and then watches the movie and still fucks it up. And again, totally fucking up at the book club, right? Yeah.
They're like, well, really, I read the book, but I'd like to focus on the interpretation of the adaptation of the movie. And I just wanted to say, we all know it's not correct.
Yeah.
What?
No, like every book is like, what book has ever been adapted correctly?
Yeah,
My
there's
mom-
only-
The Great Gatsby.
My mom will comment later.
That movie was so good.
The movie was
Oh.
so good, The Great Gatsby.
Fucking, and the Lamb's Eye one.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Right, well, some of them might be, but some of them, they just leave out the narrative. That's what the fucking point of a book is that it expresses something in more depth.
Yeah.
Nuances.
And I loved The Notebook.
I don't believe in love like that anymore.
Oh, I did.
I want to you're in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe if I marry and divorce again, I might start to believe in some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go back.
Husband number 2 is gonna be at least 90, 1 foot in the grave, and a whole lot of money. Hate his kids. Like I'm.
Hey, this kid's.
Well, I need to be able
very
to inherit. Yeah. I don't want to be in competition.
What time is it? I don't know where we are.
No, I was just joking about all that.
No, because last time we had Steven on, and he made us go over
Steven
like...
Duran?
We were almost on for freaking 2 hours.
Why good vibes? Hey, honey, I hope you're watching. I love that guy.
I do too. He's very sweet.
Yeah.
And I'm so sorry. I'm done now.
I don't know why you're talking about.
I was really needing to go home at the keg last time he was on, and he came to the keg, and then we left, and it was just like a lot, and he was a little bit upset that we weren't there.
Aww.
And
Did he
You
stay
were
on
in
the
the
show by
keg for
himself?
a bit of time.
we were there for a bit of time, and then
And we
all of
told
a
you
sudden
to
my
come,
drunkenness
number
hit,
one.
and I needed to go home.
I don't apologize for us going to a place and not staying long enough within the span of time for you to show up. No, that's not my thing. Sorry.
No, you don't need to say sorry. I get it. It was all me, but I needed to go because I was feeling my alcohol.
And I wasn't staying.
I remember there was a show I was watching that you did where he took the cab to the wrong spot.
That was
Is that night? Is that the
Yeah.
same night? You guys like,
So
are
here's
you
why
on your
this
way?
is
And I'm
sad boy
reading
for
the
that.
thread. I
Yeah.
went to the wrong spot.
It was not a good night for him. It
Yeah.
really
Aw,
wasn't.
baby.
Yeah,
It sucks for you,
we'll
man.
figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
We're old.
Okay, and so another thing, okay, just so that you guys know that
Another thing is I got new deodorant and it gave me a little rash, but I feel like
and yeah, your thing is all blurry too.
Oh yeah, I went to Turbo downtown. It's a new coffee shop run by the twins, the Italian twins.
What
Ronaldo
twins?
and Remo.
What twins? Who?
Ronaldo and Remo.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
They're also closing down the streets and running part of WIF, so you've got your tickets to go see some movies.
Did you see that it's like a drive-in style this year?
Yeah.
I think that's amazing.
Well,
It's
this is the summer, right? Like WIF would have been during the winter.
Yeah.
So
I usually announce
Who knows?
a film every year at WIP.
Oh,
Whenever it's
nice.
a trans film, they
Yeah.
ask me to come, and then like somebody does a donation to my center in honor.
lovely.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So we'll see what happens.
They do that.
But
Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't announce the film.
See?
do you have to like wicked cough? Is that the thing?
It's not COVID or anything like that,
No, but
right?
she has
Cigarettes.
cough 'cause of
I
cigarettes.
smoke like a trucker, like.
So
It's,
she's
but hey, listen.
And I
gave
talk
up-
like one.
I do too. But I gave up booze. I gave up like everything, right? So I'm gonna smoke my cigarettes for a little bit longer, y'all.
And she tries to breathe in.
There's nothing sexier than a raspy old lady, isn't there?
No.
Yeah. love you guys. Hey, still a guy pulled up here and gave me his number, right?
Oh my god, except she was hanging out in an alleyway.
I was not hanging in an alley. I was not
She was
being
hanging out in an alleyway.
just like
Hey
I don't know,
girl,
the girls were
what
talking.
you look at?
He's really cute.
I'm just fucking with you.
I hope he tunes in.
That would be hilarious.
What?
Have you tuned in?
Oh shit. That. Yeah.
Okay, so the other night when Cheney came home for a couple of days. We did a little impromptu wine tour and had a nice time. And then we did like a family night where we watched a movie. And it's always a struggle to like find something everybody likes. So like going through Crave and like Apple and all the fucking things and go to get to Netflix. There's a show called The Sleepover. We have, all of us just
Did you
left.
watch it too?
No, it's a kids. It's a kids. It's like
Oh.
something to watch with your family. So you have
I'm
your
allergic
kids.
to those
Okay,
shows.
so Kale,
yeah.
because
Yeah.
Kale is getting older. So Kale doesn't want to necessarily watch cartoons. You know, Cleo's little, but Cleo likes that like, you know, little girl stuff. You know. Anyway, even Cheney was like, that was really good. I was like,
Oh, you did tell me about this.
it was so good. It's called The Sleepover, and it has Mullen Ackerman.
Why?
You know the chick from Billions? Did you ever watch the show Billions?
Yeah.
Or The Watchmen? It's the
Yeah.
blonde chick. Listen, people watch the show because the Billions show is like on forever, and everyone loves the show. Won some awards and shit.
Never even fuck. Is my name there?
No.
At the
No.
bottom it is my fucking name. I know my
Veronica
name.
Mars.
Fuck that bitch.
No. At any rate, so there was like a little kid in there named Maxwell Simpkins. This kid is fucking hilarious. This kid needs to be famous. I don't know where he's going or what he's doing. This kid,
But she'll find out.
I will find out because this kid is hilarious. And then this chick who played Mim in the show, her name's Cree Chino.
Yeah.
This girl,
Yeah.
this girl is also an excellent actress. Even Kale, who was like protesting because I think he thought it was a little too baby, but then we played it and Kale fucking laughed his whole ass off the entire show. So it was very good. So if you guys want to watch something on Netflix with your kids, it's kind of fun. No, it's super fun. It's called The Sleepover. It's so fun. It's so fun. We super enjoyed it. My entire family enjoyed it from 22 to fucking 5. Everybody, actually Mike's older, to 5. Mike's gonna be 47 this
Get
year.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Getting old.
Yeah, so 40. Is it weird that I'm talking about Netflix and Netflix just popped up in my fucking shit?
White Boy Rick.
See, I'm telling you.
Oh,
Those are
that's
watching
nice. I
us.
wanted a notification because I want to watch White Boy Rick, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
What's it called? You're a little drunk.
White Boy Rick.
Never heard of it.
It's about this kid that's from Detroit that was like a drug
Huge.
dealer that came up.
Huge.
It's like a
Really?
huge Detroit
Yeah.
Is
thing.
that on Netflix too?
Yeah, just came out. That's why I say it
All
gave
right,
me a
I'm gonna have to watch
notification
that.
because I asked for a notification when it came out. So, yeah.
Very iconic.
Hey, fun.
And then something else. Oh, NHL. Anyway.
Oh, Kale put that shit on my thing.
The only reason why I was fucking laughing at you is because you've got all these stupid actor names, and this is what she does. So she'll watch a show, and she'll go through who's in the show, and she'll deep dive on these people and figure out all about her life or their
Yes.
lives, and then like be like, oh, I love this.
Because I want to know
This
about
is a
them.
nerd.
Obsession,
What
or-
a nerd.
I am a nerd.
What is it called?
What's it called? The last movie, it's called The Sleepover. It's called The Sleepover, and if you have your nieces over, Kate, I feel like this is a fun. It's super fun. It's funny. Like I enjoyed it. I don't know. That's just me, but whatever.
I'm trying to get my stand goal. Sorry, guys. I'm
I
in
know.
competition with Bula, and she fucking just said no. She just backed out because I'm at like 2,500 points, and she's at like whatever.
Who's it?
What's points for you?
Bula.
Like
How's
Bula the hairdresser, Bula?
Yeah.
I knew her since high school. She's
Okay, so
awesome.
she
I
has
love
an Apple
Bula.
Watch, and she tried to challenge me, and I was like, bitch.
Can I
that's 'cause
just-
you walk around all day?
Can I just point out something to fucking Fitbit? That my watch never fucking works. What did she say?
Who's that?
Yes,
Said
it
the
is the
Netflix
Netflix show. It is called The Sleepover. Super bomb. Super fun for the whole family. Fitbit. See this
Not
watch?
fun for the whole family.
Okay. So my kids fucked up
I'm
my
really
one.
super aware.
I bought a new one in May. Then less than a month later, it completely burnt out and did not work.
Put
Okay.
my hand up and-
Then
Get my
just
phone.
now, I even I haven't. What have I had it for? I don't even know.
Like
Not
3
very long.
months. Not even. Like you got
But
it
the
like
new-
a month after the pandemic started.
Okay, so that was the new one that came in like May. At the end of May, I got it. So at the end of like maybe June, I got the new one. And now this one is fucked up. It still works. It's tracking everything, but it won't fucking. I can't
Doesn't
look
light
at it. It doesn't glow. I can't see anything. It doesn't tell me time. Nothing.
Just wait
So
for
find
an
that.
Apple Watch and then we can challenge. Although you beat
Fitbit.
mine.
I'm so
Points.
disappointed. I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. I just want Fitbit to know how disappointed I am.
Jayce's boobs now. Perfect.
Oh, who? What?
Your boobs are the
Who's
camera
saying
now
that?
as you're sitting. No,
Oh.
I'm saying
Oh,
that.
they are
as
pretty
the
good.
camera.
Yeah, they are pretty good. Yeah.
I'm so done.
I became
was like,
really
who
aware-
is saying that?
Me.
I was like trying to swing to see the name. I was like,
I became very aware of them just as you said that. Yeah, I was like, whoa, girl.
Hello.
10 grand well spent.
Good luck. It's a good look.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Like I said, this distracts from all of this.
I'm
right?
drunk.
And I'm sober, and
He's
I'm
drinking
not.
a sober drink.
Did you just call me?
I said I'm drunk.
Oh, I just fucking with you. Cheers.
I'm not
Cheers.
Alex. I'm just kidding, Alex. I love you. I'm sorry.
All right. So now we've talked about the sleepover and all your actors.
Oh, and I got one more movie.
Okay.
One more.
What is it?
Jamie Foxx.
I love Jamie Foxx. He's so
Me
hot.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so he has this movie
And
called
intelligent too. Have you ever heard him like do a public speech?
And he loves Oprah.
Who doesn't? I still
Hard
love
crush on Oprah.
Oh.
Like the hots for Oprah.
Oh wow.
But then he did Katie Holmes. What?
Weird.
I thought she was completely tarnished from Tom Cruise.
Who is this person?
I
Can
don't
someone
know.
see this far?
I don't know why does she need to go into her settings and correct something? It says go into your settings and you should be able to correct it there, Katie.
No, the
Perfect.
screen is
Oh,
burnt
for that
out.
fucking thing. I totally
It's
forgot. 'Cause
totally
I'm an
burnt
Apple
out.
Watch.
I have done it, every single thing. I followed all the things. So last time it did it, but it was completely dead. They sent me a new one. So now this time it's just doing everything. It's just burnt out.
Like, we don't fucking care. It's $20. And you spent what?
Bitches. Bitches is what
You
I
spent
say.
$120.
Bitches, fix my watch! At any rate, so it's called
If
Project.
anything happens to my fucking Apple Watch, I get a brand new one.
They sent me
Automatically, Apple
They sent me a
always
brand new one
guarantees
for free.
everything.
They sent me it for
Yours
free.
doesn't work.
Nope, doesn't work.
Your
for
brand
me.
new one
Say
still
the
doesn't
second
work.
time.
Mine works, and if anything happens to this one, I get a brand new one.
But
So
that's what
pick
has
one that
happened.
works.
Something didn't happen. Something didn't work on my old one
So this
that I
thing
just.
So they
goes
sent you
around.
another one.
Yes!
Yes.
I'll just third
Time to
time
give
the
up.
charm.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah, my Fitbit. Yeah, so it's my third one now. My third one. Third one of those same fucking watch.
Yeah, that was Fitbit because I kept asking with it. I totally forgot your Fitbit had a problem. Because mine doesn't.
I'm annoyed. I'm super annoyed. Okay, so it's called Project Powers. And so what it is about is you take a little pill and you have the ultimate powers.
I used
for
to
5
do
minutes.
that actually just on
No, but only for 5 minutes. But it's the most ultimate power. But you never know what your power is going to be until you take the pill.
Oh, okay.
So it's genetically based off of animals. So different things an animal can do. They can
fly,
invisibility, like you can blend into things. Fire.
Okay.
Yeah. And no, they explain it all the animals that they base it on.
Cool.
And it's like all these like you can burst into flames. You can fucking take your joints and bust out your own bones and use them as It's super cool. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. It says it's rated R, but I would have my boys watch that shit. They beat each other up worse than the fucking yard. So Cleo could not watch this. But my boys, yeah, because they're like older. So
I can't believe how much older your kids are getting actually.
Kale's a fucking
beast.
beast.
I saw a picture of them the other day on Facebook. Yeah.
I know. I want to post this like gym workout that I did, a video of it. But he's like, this was so funny.
So recap:
tomatoes. So I will post all my recipes. I will retake them.
We're at recap now.
We're gonna recap because we're at the end.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so everything I use from my garden, I will recap all of my recipes. I did those little tiny baby cherry, like grape tomatoes, and I roasted them and I put them on top of a brie. And
all the tomatoes together, cherry, grape.
Big boy.
Five different tomatoes.
The big boy.
And the cheese balls.
Yeah, and she processed things.
I did.
Yeah. So here we are.
And then our grapefruit white wine drink. Spritzers. So
and our mocktails.
Yes, and our mocktails.
Hi, Stacey.
What'd she say?
You gotta come on next week.
What's up? I know, you need to come on this. Like, what is even happening?
We'll just go to your house. How about that?
Yeah.
It's closer to me.
And your kitchen's nice. It would be nice to film in your kitchen.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then you have no excuses about nobody can watch your kid. We're coming to you. And then we did the cookie bar, which is operating out of
Clueless Cupcakes.
Cupcakes.
Lincoln and Wanda.
Yes.
Smoke Show, remember Smoke Show.
Okay, the one with the pistachio on the top is like damn
so
delicious.
Good.
And the jam, these two are my favorite.
Yeah.
The peanut butter and jelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is this peanut butter and jelly?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought the full cookies when I went there.
Nobody's opened the cheese.
I got the full cookie.
Nobody did this.
I wish.
Dip. I don't eat that, so I feel bad.
I watched Magic Mike last night with my Magic Mike.
But with Mike.
He didn't have jogging pants on, though. I was a little disappointed.
See, it's the gray jogging pants, right? And they do it that they actually know about it.
It was part 2.
Of course they
it was
know
that. It was
I
part
didn't
2.
think men actually
get
do
on
that.
Instagram, you'll see what all the things they know about.
Or TikTok. Go to TikTok. I just got back from vacation.
She'll be in touch soon.
Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right, guys, so I think that's it. We used Wolfhead Grapefruit Vodka, just so you guys remember.
Got some cheeses going on.
The Pelee Island Lighthouse Riesling. And yeah. I think we covered it all. I think that we're going to end this one off with...
Deuces.
Yeah, but Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, cheers.
Salud. We miss you.
Thank you for what you did for our society.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Swear to God, I hope next week is better.
Can I just say to you before that we sign off how impactful this was on my children to the point that they Wakanda forever. My whole family. So when we went to church and we were going to get communion, I tell my kids.
You go to Catholic church.
Yeah. So I tell my kids.
I understand all of this.
Does it all make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. So we walk up and we tell them, if you haven't made your first communion, you need to hold your arms across like this. So we're walking up and Cleo gets up there and she's like, Wakanda forever. But she was with my mother-in-law. I wasn't there on this one. They went with my mother-in-law. And I guess it was like, oh.
That's awesome.
You're killing her. You're like, no, that's not what it is. Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. That's what we'll end it off on. Okay, guys? Cheers. Turn around. Ooh. Oh, I know, these tables turn. Cheers if we would have cut it off right there.